Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. I've been meditating on the many aspects of the planet Venus, very fast-moving planet that represents our ability to balance out our exchanges of energy, our sense of value, worthiness, our need for stability and security. Venus has, I spoke in the collective reading around Venus's aspects in the first week of October to Jupiter, to Chiron, which is not really a planet, an asteroid, and to the planet Saturn. And this is really our ability to find the amount of emotional richness from our experiences that we can have taught ourselves to heal, to repair, to improve upon in order to create a practical, realistic future for ourselves. During the middle of October, the second week, we're looking at Venus connecting with Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, the three outer planets. So this is really about the ways we are separating ourselves from the past, surrendering to the past, the ways in which we've identified our own responsibility in investing in illusions and fantasies, unrealistic expectations about what others could give to us, and ways that we now are anchored deeply in our own authenticity, who we actually are and what we actually want based on our gifts, in order to be open to unexpected developments, new resources, new tools, new ideas, and strategies. So your overall energy is the Four of Wands, and this is describing something you are achieving, something you're working at building, something you've created that is a cultural, social, and material foundation. It's a spiritual foundation that is manifested in some concrete and productive thing. This can be a wedding. This can be a community center. It's a way to acknowledge the amount of learning and growth you've experienced, but also your agreement to commit to growing in relations with other people, a particular partnership, understanding that that is the product of an exchange of energy that is tacit, that is clear, that dispels assumptions. Underneath the deck, the King of Cups is really underscoring your own emotional maturity, how much you have gained, how much you have learned to be creative with the experiences you've had, how you are expressing your particularly your challenging experiences, a sense of vulnerability in creative ways, but how that gives you the ability to understand the needs of others and to be a guide, an advisor, a counselor to others, recognizing that your willingness to love, your willingness to risk for love, that your vulnerability is your greatest strength. That has netted you the most profound growth. In the 10th house, the house of social identity, expectations, how others see you, the Hierophant, you're actually and clearly the teacher here. You are showing the way. You are a gatekeeper. You are aligned with some kind of institutional authority that gives you the ability to provide access, lessons, information to others about how to achieve some of the things that you have, how to gain the knowledge, how to gain the skills, the certifications, the paper necessary to um, uh, enter into an institution and to be successful. This is all based on this willingness to grow. And in fact, this card really celebrates this learning principle, this willingness to learn and then share what you have learned as a feature of your life, a feature of your growth, and in fact, your social success. In the first house, the High Priestess, there's a lot of deep reflection that's occurring for you, Virgo. You are looking deeply into your experiences of the past, and these are, for many of you, not simply experiences of this life. You are integrating and recognizing the experiences of others who have sacrificed for you. And this puts you in the place of participating with your ancestors or elders in a way that you is less passive than in the past. So you may have accepted that your family, members of your family, ancestors made physical sacrifices for you to have opportunities that you have now, but you were unaware that your calling upon them, your engagement with the ancestors, your acknowledgement of their efforts has actually brought you into their company so that you are participating with them in healing some kind of generational trauma, some kind of family trauma or cultural uh, uh, healing that is needed at this time. Something you're learning, teaching, sharing is a part of bringing forward an awareness of this injustice that you have and your cultural peers or family culture is aware of, has been experiencing. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your foundation, your family, the Three of Wands is all about building that bridge to sharing your gifts with unfamiliar communities, unfamiliar locations or regions, groups, associates that you formerly were unfamiliar with or unaware of, that there are new opportunities that you are consciously building towards. This is about working with others, understanding that you're a part of something much bigger than you, but that you are actively contributing to this growth, this effort in a new direction, applying yourself, elevating your skills in a way that further integrates what you do with with other, with a more complete experience and expression of who you are. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Two of Swords. And what's coming to me with the Two of Swords is this idea that you are dispelling, surrendering, releasing your past. An idea of the right road for you is shifted dramatically, not because you haven't traveled it, you have traveled uh, a particular road that has benefited you greatly, but now the road is changing. What you thought it was leading to is leading to something far beyond, something you were formerly unaware of. And this cycles in a familiar message for you, Virgo. You are moving closer to a revelatory sense of meaning in your life, a sense of personal justice, a sense of personal growth and inquiry that integrates your own natural skills, your own story, with the story that you have been working at expressing for a while. So something you do needs a personal touch, needs to be framed as part of a personal experience in order to give it more meaning, to your audiences, your clients, your customers, your students. If this reading is resonating with you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you to all of you who support me in all the ways that you do. Please let me know if this reading resonates for you by dropping a comment below. I'm going to clarify this with Tim Burton's Christmas Nightmare Before Christmas, and I will finish up with an oracle card from the Seed and Sickle. So for the High Priestess in the first house, we have the Fool card, and the King of Candles is the King of Wands. So I like this energy here. The Fool indicates that you recognize the power of your emotional depth, your maturity, your nuanced sense of experience and emotional growth and depth. This you realize is the skill you can carry forward as you gain this greater confidence and actually become enthusiastic about moving forward in a new way that builds upon this confidence in taking a leap of faith, in taking a risk, in doing something that surprises others. Perhaps it doesn't surprise you as much, but you're aware that it surprises others. And you do it with absolute confidence, with excitement, with clarity, but you do it without revealing your own personal wisdom. There's so much behind a leap of faith, a risk that you're taking that is not known to others, and that you can almost mask with your customary confidence, charisma, charm, sense of authority. But this is really coming from a place of excitement. And I don't think this excitement is your usual way of presenting yourself, of starting something new. But I almost feel you kind of blowing your cool, calm, and collected cover as you reach for something or integrate something in a way that surprises others, emerging far more complete, more whole than before. In the fourth house, the Three of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Needles is the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Needles. Okay, these cards still feel really new and thick. So you've thought for a really long time about how to release the sense of struggle, pain, loneliness, rejection that you've experienced over a phenomenal time. And in fact, this is showing me that some of this is a response from your conditioning, from your family of origin, a lot of loss, perhaps loss that you personally benefited from in some way. For instance, perhaps you received an inheritance, but that was at the cost of the loss of a parent, or a parent who you needed. So there was a sense of abandonment there, even though you may have been cared for in some way. But what you have done is you have thought long and hard about the experiences of pain, rejection, isolation, loneliness, the path you're on that may be hewing to a very clear professional path, but has you moving around quite a bit, has you moving from opportunity to opportunity, making it more difficult for you to gather a sense of community. This is important because you are understanding better how these experiences of heartache or hardship have strengthened your vision and your willingness to move yet again or pursue an opportunity that may be far afield, that does not block you from moving towards something where you see a distinct opportunity for which you are grateful and you are well placed. So the sense of risk feels like it is imminent, that there is a new boldness and you're reaching out for connections, either professionally or with loved ones, perhaps relatives or family members that you may have been long separated from. In the seventh house of significant others, the Two of Swords is clarified by the King of Needles, that's the King of Swords, and the Devil card. What I'm sensing here is that there is a relationship, perhaps, or an opportunity that compels you to, that draws you back in, that you feel stuck to, that you can't break away from. And it almost seems as though this relationship is about giving up on your dreams for more meaning, for greater love, greater comfort in your life. This feels like you are, you protect yourself by intellectualizing this relationship, um, understanding whatever its benefits are, and pushing away the real sense of unhealthy attachment that perhaps an individual or you have to uh, a relationship that doesn't feel as though it goes away. So this can be either one significant relationship that you return to, perhaps you are co-parenting, perhaps this is a familial relationship, or this can be a series of relationships that seems to always rely on your weakness. And I think for many Virgos, your weakness is overgiving, feeling as though all decisions rest on your shoulders, all responsibilities lie with you. And this is a relationship that doesn't, or a style of relationship that doesn't allow you to be soft, you to have needs, you to feel safe expressing your needs, or that sets you up for some kind of rejection. In the 10th house, the Hierophant is clarified by the Knight of Potions, that's the Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Presents. So this very Christmas positive, and I have a lot of mixed feelings about compulsory gift giving. However, here you are supported by your clear, rational mind, your openness to new ideas, and you're using that as the tool with which you share what you've learned with others. And that is towards ultimately creating this legacy, a safe, abundant, resourceful, and sharing community. This can be at a global level, this can be at a familial level, a community level, or a broader collective. But there is some healing that you have been working towards that is being realized. Perhaps you are creating an institution, a center, a resource, a tool, an actual organization that tends to and aids, makes accessible resources that are difficult for others without your privileges or advantages to get. So I feel a strong sense of way showing, but more so this idea that you are part of a kind of council of elders that is reconstructing a social or cultural frame for the healing of some injustice of the past. I'm going to finish up this reading with seed and sickle. Wow, this one jumped, and it's chamomile, but birch came out too. I'm going to stick with the lovely chamomile. The number is 49, which reduces to a 13, which is the death card, which you did not get, but also reduces to, I would say, the number 4, which is the Emperor, which there is a lot of energy here that suggests this idea of taking responsibility for your reality thoroughly. And it is a powerful energy that allows you to strategize and use resources on behalf of the whole, the collective, others. So the chamomile, whoops, not the mandrake, the chamomile reads, everything feels harder than usual lately. You've come to this point because you've pushed yourself too far and too hard, and you're literally running on empty. If you keep going the way you have been, you're going to burn out entirely. Exercise some kindness towards yourself while you still can. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself. Channel chamomile's soothing, restorative properties by making a cup of tea, taking a nap, and finding a new sense of balance and harmony to replace your energy. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and your subscribes. And until next time, namaste.